If you are a day trader or a swing trader or a positional trader, then one common question you will have is that which is the best trading book for me? Because when you go to a bookshop, you will see that there are hundreds of trading books and you don't know which one to buy. When you go to Amazon or Flipkart, you will see that there are so many trading books online and everyone is claiming to be the best trading books. But the truth is, every trading book is not meant for everyone. A book which is perfect for a beginner, and if an experienced trader reads that same book, he may find it too boring and too basic. Same time, a book is perfect for an experienced trader, and if a beginner start reading, then he may find it too complex and it can completely go over the head. So in this video, I decided to divide the books based on your trading level. What are the books best for you if you are an experienced trader? What are the books best for you if you are a day trader? What are the books best for you if you are a swing trader? So based on that, I'm making this video, and watch the video till the end, because at the end of the video, I'm going to discuss one of the bonus book for serious traders. Now, let us start with the first book that is for beginners. And this is the first book is Technical Analysis Explained by Martin Pring. Martin Pring is an American trader and author, and this book is considered as a classic in technical analysis. This book contains everything from scratch, like it will discuss about the dose theory, support and resistance, trend line, moving average, indicators, candlestick, all the concepts discussed from the basics. So if you are a very new trader, beginner, and you are confused which book I have to start with, then I can highly recommend this book, which you can invest in. And you can see that how bulky this book is. This book is almost 800 pages book covering almost everything from the scratch. But if you are an experienced trader, already you know basics of price action, already you know the candlestick, already you know the indicator, then you may find this book is little bit boring and too lengthy. So this is only for beginners. Next book is How to Make Money Trading Derivatives by Ashwini Gujral. This was one of the first book I ever read on trading when I was learning how to trade in future and option. This book I can say that I must have purchased more than 10 years back when I was thinking about becoming a full-time trader. 10 years back, YouTube was not very popular. Same time, there was no Zero Diversity, or there was no so many materials on online freely available. So that is why I had to buy this book. And those days, Ashwini Gujral was appear very regularly on CNBC, and I become fan of him. And I wanted to learn future and option from Ashwini Gujral. That is why I purchased this book. So this book is good for you if you are a beginner trader and you are very new to future and option. So this book may be good for beginners, but if you are an experienced trader, then you may find this book is too basic. Next book is Strategies for Profiting for Every Trade, written by Oliver Welles. And you know that I am a big fan of Oliver Welles. When I was learning trading, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos on trading. And Oliver Welles is one trader who really impressed me with his knowledge on candlestick patterns and moving average. Whatever I learned on candlestick pattern, moving average, I learned from Oliver Welles' YouTube videos and also from this book. This book is not really for beginners, but this book is more for people who already know the basics. So it is more like for intermediate traders. This book covers some of the Oliver Welles strategies and contains lot of chart examples. So this book doesn't cover the foundation. So this is not for beginners. For traders who already understand the basics of technical analysis, basics of price action, then this book can be one of the very good books. And this book is more ideal for day traders. And the next book is my all-time favorite, that is Secret of Pivot Boss by Frank Ochoa. Until I read this book, I did not know about the power of pivot points and CPR. I knew about indicator, I knew about the price action, but I did not know about anything about CPR or pivot points. But after reading this book, after going through the concept of pivot point CPR, I started doing backtesting on historical charts in our Indian market, and I was amazed with the accuracy it was giving. And I realized that if I can combine price action along with pivots and CPR, I can get one of the high probability setups for trading. Though this book covers many other things like volume profiles, Camarilla equations, and many other things, but I use only pivot points and CPR as well as volume profile from this book. And this book is not for beginners. If you are a beginner trader who is just learning basics, then I don't recommend this book. Only you can read this book after you get some experience, because it doesn't cover anything basics. Directly he goes to the strategies. Though this book covers both the setups for day traders and swing traders, but I can say this book is more ideal for day trading. And if you are a serious day trader, then I can say this is the one of the must-have trading books in your trading cabinet. And the next book is How to Make Money in Intraday Trading by Ashwini Gujral. I can say that this book is the simpler version of Secret of Your Boss and Strategies for Profiting on Every Trade. Because as I said earlier, Secret of Your Boss is more about pivot point CPR. Strategy for Profiting on Every Trade is more about candlestick patterns and moving average. And Ashwini Gujral also very big fan of price action, pivot points and CPR. And you can clearly see that most of the setups based on this concept. And I think this book I read somewhere in year 2018 when it was launched. And I can say I was one of the first buyer of this book because I purchased this book on the day of launching only. Because I was following Ashwini Gujral regularly on CNBC as well as on Twitter, where he used to put his analysis, chart analysis. And when he said he's launching this book, and I was eagerly waiting for it. But since I was in Dubai that time, where I was still working and thinking about quitting my job to become a full-time trader, and I was waiting for the book launch, but unfortunately the hard copy was not available online in Dubai, but ebook was available. So the day it was launched, I immediately purchased the ebook. And I can say that this is the only book which I completely finished from beginning to end in one night, because it was so engaging with so many strategies, everything explained in a very simple way. So this book is more ideal for day traders more than swing traders. And if you have already read Secret of Your Boss and you felt that it is a little bit complex subject, then you can go for this book because he has given chart example based on Indian market. So you need to have basic knowledge before reading this book. So this book is more for intermediate traders to experienced traders. Next book, I want to recommend one special book, especially for swing trader or positional trader. And the book name is Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard by Mark Minervini. Mark Minervini is a well-known in the US market and one of the most successful trader in US. This book is ideal for swing trader and positional traders. This book is not for intraday traders. If you think that day trading is not for you, you can't sit in front of the computer screen from morning to afternoon, and you think that you want something for swing trading or positional trading, then you can go for this book. And again, this book is not ideal for beginners. Again, you need to have some experience, some basic understanding of price action, because this book doesn't cover the foundation. It directly goes into the main strategies for swing trader. So now we have talked about which book is good for day trading, which book is good for swing trading. Now you must be thinking that, oh, if I read all these books, then maybe I can become a successful trader. But unfortunately, it is not true. Just by reading book, no one will become successful, because more than strategy, there is something very important in trading, and that is trading psychology. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't have control on your emotion, you don't have the proper trading psychology, then you can still struggle despite knowing everything about price action, everything about the strategies. Many people come to me and say that I know price action, I know indicator, I've been in market for so many years, but still I'm struggling. And the right answer for them is, it is trading psychology. So for them, one book I highly recommend is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And this is the book. You can see that it doesn't have any charts or anything about the setups and all this. It looks like a storybook. And let me tell you a story about this book. Again, I purchased this book somewhere in 2018 when I was working in Dubai, and I was following one of the successful Indian trader, and once he has suggested that after reading Trading in the Zone, his trading life changed, and I was very impressed. I thought maybe this is the best book, and the name of the book itself says that Trading in the Zone, and I thought it is more about supply zone, demand zone. This book will tell me where I have to buy, which zone I have to sell, which zone I have to buy, everything. And when I received this book, and I was very excited, and I started reading this book, and within 4 or 5 pages, I started getting disappointed, because this book doesn't have any chart setups. This is not a strategy book. This is more about trading psychology. And it was more like a novel, and it was more about storybook with lot of trading psychology and all this. And I was really disappointed. I got bored and I kept it aside. And for a few months, I was not reading this book. And then I realized that something is bothering me. Even though I learned price action, pivot point, CPR strategies, still I was struggling. And then I realized that it's more about trading psychology. Then again, I started reading this book, and then I completed this entire book. And that is the day I realized that trading is not only about strategy, trading also about psychology. Because many times you feel that something you know that you keep repeating. For example, you see that many times the moment you take the trade, the moment it goes into little bit profit, you take your profit too early. It happens many times. You know that you have to follow risk reward, but sometimes your subconscious mind doesn't allow you to follow risk reward. Why it happened? What is the reason behind it? And that is what this book can help you to understand that. So if you are suffering from trading psychology, taking revengeful trades, booking profit too early, or trading, then this book can be a game changer. But again, this book is not for beginners. If you are a beginner, then don't read this book, because you're also going to get bored, because it doesn't have any setup strategies. You have to read this book after some experience in the market. After you go through the winning trade, losing trade, everything, then you see that why you are not following risk reward, why you are taking revengeful trades, everything. Then you can read this book and you'll understand what is the problem. This is a must-have book for experienced traders. And next book, I want to talk about one of the highly recommended book for experienced trader, that is Reminiscences of Stock Operator, written by Edwin Lefrey. This book is more like a novel or autobiography rather than a trading book. This book is based on life of one of the most successful trader ever lived, and that is Jesse Livermore. This is like a semi-autobiography of Jesse Livermore. It book says about the how he made fortune, how he lost fortune. It's about the up and downs of Jesse Livermore. And this book is more about trading psychology books. Earlier book, Trading in the Zone, more about the practical. This book goes more like a story of a trader. And while reading this book, you will see that it is telling about your story, because how people do the mistake in trading and how they again and again they repeat the mistake because of trading psychology. So if you like reading autobiographies, you like reading novels, then you can go for this book. But again, this book is not for beginners. If you are a beginner, then don't read this book, because this book doesn't have any setups, any concept, any strategies. This is more about autobiography of Jesse Livermore, like how he started trading, how he has taken the risk and lost billions of money, how again he made billions, how he again lost the billions in trading. Everything is discussed in a very engaging manner. And this is the last book before I discuss about my bonus book, that is Market Wizards, written by Jack Schwarzer. This book contains interviews of total 17 successful traders around the world. And after reading this book, one thing you will understand, that there is no magic strategy, there is no holy grail strategy. You can have any strategies, still you can be a successful trader as long as you follow risk management and you have control on your emotion, that is the having right mindset and trading psychology. Because when you read this book, you see that all 17 traders have different methods of trading. Some are day traders, some are swing traders, some are positional traders. Some trade in forex, some trade in stocks, some trade in commodities. Every trader have different trading style, but all of them are successful because they are very good in managing risk and following the trading psychology. And that is what they discuss in this book, like how they entered trading, what is their method of trading, how they become successful. And this is a must-have trading books, because after reading this book, your thinking will change, because all these days you must be thinking that trading is all about strategies, having a holy grail strategy, having the accuracy of 90%, 95, 99%. Trading is not about that. Trading is, you can have a strategy which can give you 50 to 60% win rate, but if you have a right mindset, right risk management skills, then you can be a successful trader. And finally, we are coming to the bonus book, which I said in the beginning. You have seen that I discussed many trading books, right, for both beginners and advanced traders, both for day traders and swing traders. Now, you may be thinking that, okay, all books are good trading books, but I don't have that much time that I can read all these books. So is there any solution where there is a book which can have the mix of major concepts from these books? And yes, there is a bonus book where it contains major concept from all these books, and that bonus book is my own book, that is a trader's handbook, my journey, key lessons and top strategies. This book I have written after reading all these books which I discussed and inspired by concepts which we discussed in that books. After doing backtesting in Indian market, I have written my own book based on my 20 years experience in the market. This is the Trader's Handbook, which has my top 20 favorite strategies inside with 17 chapters, and this book contains more than 100 chart example, and this book consists of 343 pages based on important concept discussed, like strategies for day traders, strategies for swing traders, strategies for scalpers. So if you are looking for all in one book, then this is the book, you can go for it. And this book, you can check the link below this video in the description section. So that's about today's video on my favorite trading books based on your trading level, like I discussed about the which is good for beginners, which is good for advanced trader, which is good for day traders, swing traders, everything. So that's about this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section, how did you find this video? Let me know in the comment section if I missed any other trading books which you think that best trading books for traders. So that's all, guys, from my side. I'll see you soon with a new video. Until then, bye and take care.